like 10 years, and so being able to fluctuate between the classes and knowing where to start, it was kind of a struggle. So I got married, I relocated to Oshkosh, Wisconsin, where I was at, and I worked for a staffing firm, C Careers and Staffing. And after I left there and got laid off, I was like, you know what, it's time to like really put what my passion was into play. And so Patrice and I, we ended up starting a child care. It was called Children's Palace with 2 other partners. And we did that for a couple of years. And it's like, you know what, like we need to take off and we need to do this ourselves. So the partnership really didn't work out. So we found this building actually. And it took us about 1.5 years. And that was probably our most trying year, because when you start in a business, you got to put money in. And so we had to rob. We was basically robbing Peter to pay Paul. Okay. So bills at home was short, and I mean, we was out here grinding. And so we knew, hey, once these doors open, this is what we want to do. It's going to be okay. And so here we are.
And y'all been going
7 years later, 6 years.
Strong.
Yeah.
Beautiful establishment. And again, she has 2. And I see how she living, so they doing really good. So but just hearing that and knowing the journey of entrepreneurship and knowing the startup is very trying, and as you said, robbing Peter to pay Paul. So for individuals like myself that may start off and don't have a bank account or investors, like how did you push yourself to look past the robbing Peter to pay Paul to keep going? Or what was that motivation?
We stepped out on faith. That's the best thing that I can say. We established a relationship really quick with the owner of this building. And we just promised her, hey, we paid rent like 6 months and the center still wasn't open. And, we was basically just crying out to her, like, if you just work with us and just let us rent this, please don't put us out. Put a little interest on the building, we'll repay you. And you know what, she turned around and said, you ladies don't worry about it. You don't owe me any rent. I think she waived our rent for like 6 more months. And once we opened up, we started paying. So that was a blessing, number one. But you still got your house bills, you got your car notes and things like that. So I just didn't worry about it.
What was that? What was the push though? Like to understand, like I'm not making anything.
Right. Oh,
but this is what I want.
Yes.
Like what was inside you that kept you going? Like I understand the faith, but what helped you to even have that faith to say, this is what I want, this is what I know I want, yet I'm not making anything and still putting out?
I think it's definitely a passion for what we wanted to do. Working with kids, it's just been a fire inside of me. That burning desire to succeed. And so I just knew if I kept pushing, it definitely, I had to reach out to family members. Hey, can you help me do this? Some people I had to pay a little interest to, but I got it done. And I just think that when you really are searching for something, or if it's something that you want, you're gonna, by any means necessary, you're gonna get it done. And thank God I had family and I had friends that were willing to see my passion and see my vision. And
so looking at the lifestyle now compared to, I don't know what the background is, but I mean, did you come from a wealthy family, or was it easy for you to just kind of get to this, or was it more so, like give us a little background so for individuals that may not have came from
definitely not a wealthy family. My mom, she
when you're a businesswoman, your phone rings, so that's her getting business calls. But
my mom was a single mom actually. So my dad wasn't around. My mom, she worked 2 jobs for 30 years.
Wow.
And so her motto for me was, whatever you want to do, sky's the limit, you can do that. I saw her work 2 jobs. And being a kid with a single mother, I never knew what it was to go without though. I will say that, lights never turned off. I had things under the tree every time for Christmas, so it was like, we had a real wanted house. So for me, I started right after high school. I didn't go to college right away. I started management at McDonald's. They recruited me right away. I started when I was like 15. And so, like I said, I worked for McDonald's 10 years. I quickly moved up the ladder. So when I was about 21, I was the first assistant manager at McDonald's. So great benefits, great salary.
So you just had that drive.
Yeah. So just always a go-getter. I think one of my characteristics is just managing people. You know what I mean? And I guess they saw that in me, and you know, ever since then, when I left McDonald's and I moved to Oshkosh, I worked at C Careers and Staffing. It was a staffing firm, you know, where you put people to work. And I think I worked there 3 months, and they're like, "Man, this is just something in you. Like we want to offer you this position." And so I was district manager for managing, you know, the Sikh, so in Oshkosh, Appleton, and then I relocated back to Milwaukee. And so after I got laid off there, this is what really pushed me, because I was working there. And I was kind of keeping it on the low that we were starting a daycare and things like that. And so the CEOs, they really didn't like you to work 2 jobs. And so when they found out that I was opening up a center, oh man, they started tripping. Okay. And so that really pushed me, like, you know what, I got to get this done. They, you know, kind of started acting funny because they felt like, you know, I was going to be giving the center more. And I actually got laid off in February, and that was 2010, I believe. And so, but we were still partners at the other location. And so with us working our jobs at the time, we were not at the other establishment. And so we really didn't know the child care business like that. And so it took for us to go through those stumbling blocks. The state was coming out. They really didn't like the building. It was just a lot of stuff going on with the partnership that we didn't know about. And so that motivated me. I need to find out about this business. I need to know everything there is to know. I need to do it on my own, and I need to figure it out. And so that's exactly what I did. I took all the classes, and once our licensor came out, we had a magnetic relationship. My aunt, her name is Arilla Eversley, and she became our director, because at the time we were going for our degrees. We didn't have our degrees yet. And so she had a master's in education, and the licensor and her, they had the same master's and bachelor's degree. So she was just like, oh, I love you guys. And so we were really able to lean on her and just really figure this thing out. And once we got our degrees and everything, then Arilla, she stepped down as directorship, and Patrice and I, you know, we took over the business. But I mean, it's just really been promising.
So to back it up, because you just dropped maybe 3 or 4 nuggets that I want to kind of pinpoint. 1, it sounds like mentorship kind of helped that process. 2, discovering that you had a gift and recognizing that you had a gift. And 3, knowing that you needed to educate yourself. So if you could kind of just touch on the basis of 1, how did you even realize like I had a gift, and then I need to produce that? Because a lot of people may not recognize like I have a gift. Like, how were you able to know I have this gift and I need to do something with that?
I guess early on, just knowing how to work with people. I think like in a management position with me, it's never like, you know, I'm this boss and you're gonna do this and that. I've always had the mentality, I'm going to roll up my sleeves and we're going to get it together. And so working in the different fields that I worked in, it's just like, wow, like, you know, I'm always being thrown in management right away. Like, I like working with people. You know, different personalities, whether they be old or young or mid. And so I guess that's one of the tangible things about me that I'm able to do. And the sacrifice and the hard work, you definitely have to know your craft. Don't pay someone to, hey, let me pay you to get this going for me. Don't do it, because when it gets down to the bottom of it, you know, you might be tried, you might be tested, and then people are not going to put 100% or that 110% that you're going to put into your business, in your vision. So it's definitely important to learn it. Yeah, or if you have somebody that's teaching you, that knows it, make sure you side by side and you learn it and you picking their brain so you know exactly what it is you're getting into.
So educating yourself. And then I kind of want you to just touch a little bit on the mentorship, because that's what become her main purposes and focuses is the mentorship, and that's how you grow. So how did that really impact you to go to the next level?
I just think as far as I think I mentor without even knowing. You know, it's a lot of people that be like, man, you know, you just a blessing, you don't even know it. And I don't know, I guess it's just the Sagittarius. We don't know how to take compliments. It just kind of go in and out one ear and out the other. So, but I definitely, if I see that an individual needs help, or if they need uplifting or information, hey, what do you need? It's a couple of people that started centers and they call me like, I'll pay you for this and that. Like, girl, you ain't got to pay me, come get it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you bless somebody to get to the next level, then you're going to be blessed in return. So just, you know, when you see people, if they need help or whatever, don't charge them and, you know, stuff like that. Just give them the information. Take them up under your wing and get them to the next level.
So do you have mentors?
I don't.
And you don't?
Very surprising.
Okay.
There are a ton of people that inspire me.
Okay.
That
so not tangible mentors, but
yeah,
other individuals that you can pull things
from.
from.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. I do. I have quite a few people
Okay.
that I just like, wow, you inspire me, or and if there are questions or things that I need, I don't have a problem. I'll pick up that phone and be like, hey, or I need to come to your site.
Right.
Like it's a couple of people in the childcare industry that I definitely call, and it's like, hey girl, like what's up? This is rolling out.
Okay.
Yeah, what's up? And they're like, oh, Kamisha, whatever you need, come on, stop by.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely takes a village. Like you have to network.
Some golden nuggets.
Yes.
Golden nuggets.
You have to network, and because I might have some valuable information that person doesn't know, and they might, and it might be just things that other individuals know. So when everybody get together and share that knowledge, it becomes dynamic.
So a lot of people don't understand the importance in relationships and networking and socializing with other people, whether they're in your field or not. So I love that. I mean, just this conversation has given me so many nuggets. I got to make sure I go back and watch it so that I can get that myself. But one thing we always ask when we do interviews is if you could give 3 tips with like your 3 top beliefs in helping an entrepreneur or helping her become great, what would those be?
Number 1, do your homework. Make sure it's a field or a need in the marketplace.
Okay.
And get with other individuals that know your craft. Okay. Don't just say, oh, I'm gonna do it on my own. And even if there are some individuals that don't want to share, network until you find it, or get into the right chamber or networking venture so you can connect with the right people. And then number 3, just stay passionate. Don't give up. If you got that burning desire to succeed, it's gonna be hard in the beginning. It's not gonna be a walk in the park. You probably have to go without. You might go without 6 months, but if you keep going and you keep pressing, it's definitely gonna pay off.
So passion, don't give up.
Yes.
Networking.
Yes.
And make sure there's a need.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then how we always end it, what does becoming her means to you? So when you hear that, like who is that becoming her for you?
So becoming her for me would be how many people you can inspire, how many people you can uplift, how many people you could push to the next level or to help them become her.
That's amazing.
Yes, definitely.
So as we're always excited, and please take the time to really pay attention, because again, to be successful, especially in the child care industry, as a woman and a woman of color, like that's something huge. So just to even take the time and share that knowledge with us, I really hope that you guys take that. And you gave us some nuggets. You gave us some really key things, again, like the social networking, the not giving up, the know the need.
Yes.
Being able to help people and recognize your craft, and just so many things. So just excited that you took the time out to talk to us and supported us with our I'm Addicted t-shirts. If they wanted to follow your journey, because I'm pretty sure you have so many more amazing things coming up or in your life, how could they follow you or find you?
Well, you can follow me on Facebook, Kamisha Always Jazzy, and I'm on Instagram as K Always Jazzy.
And then before we click off, I know you do some great things for the outside community for women. What is that called?
Yes, so we do Black Girls